Короче, надо что-то с мясом решать, иначе он, блядь, испортится, охуеть. Так и знал, блядь. Какое нахуй преступление? О чем там речь вообще шла?
Blood will be spilt. You call that combat? Now you're done for. Now. Is that all you've got? Fucker.
Давайте-ка мы не будем, короче, хуйней заниматься. И по ночам пытаться куда-то переместиться, потому что это пиздец, конечно. Типа мясо испортилось, прикиньте, блядь. Короче, зря только гроши потратил. И, блядь, главный самый прикол этого квеста в том, что нельзя сдать часть. То есть, если бы можно было сдавать по частям, это было бы адекватно. Но как в этой игре все неадекватно, так и этот квест. Я так понимаю, оно все испортится просто и все, блядь. Оно, я не знаю, это вообще пиздец полный, я считаю. Я даже не знаю, что делать, если честно. Может, вареная тоже катится? Один хуй, она все равно испорченная получается. Все, мясо протухло. Неплохо. Nice quest.
I'm honoured that a knight such as you takes an interest in me. Take care.
Сушеная канает тоже.
Bye.
Тогда пойдет. Чё? Сушеное это не должно портиться. Блять, только он стоит пиздец дорого. Вы чё, охуели, блять? Короче, надо купить все то, что есть, блять, и плюс сушеное, и отдать пойти. Должно хватить. Тут 2 мясника, должно хватить.
Goodbye.
Курица, по-моему, не катит, сейчас проверю. Да, курица. Не, курица тоже катит. Ой, блядь, что-то обокрасть пытаюсь его случайно.
Goodbye.
Can we do something about the price?
Well, we can try it.
Is this enough?
That's not enough. Finally, a reasonable sum. Take care. God be with you.
Can we do something about the price?
Well, we can try it. Finally, a reasonable sum.
Все, надо срочно отнести, пока оно не протухло. Блин, надо было сразу так сделать. Впустую столько грошей потерял, ну и похуй. Блять, где хамка это, ё-моё, вообще мясо протухнет. Ну как назло ее нет, блять. А, вот оно.
I brought some meat.
Блять, а? Не было этого пункта нихуя вчера.
Thank you, Henry. Rich food will definitely help.
What will happen to my family?
Good luck then.
Кажется, я не все передал, да? Не все передал вроде.
Hey, how'd you get so fucked up?
About your brawl with Elias. Your best friend settled the matter.
You're serious?
Absolutely. All you have to do is go to him and promise you'll pay the debt somehow.
We won't forget this. On my honor. Thanks. Take care.
What are you doing here? Hey! you? What are you doing here? Get lost, or you'll have me to...
Чё за ебанина, блядь, а? Вот чё за ебанина? А, блядь, мне с Рацигом надо поговорить здесь вообще. Я что-то думал, это другое задание. Ну, поговорю с ним, ладно уж. Что он скажет вообще по поводу той жести, той, которую мне предложили оформить? Ну, я уверен, что он скажет, что типа, да, конечно, это плохо, но это нужно ради высшего блага. Ну, и что-то в этом смысл такой будет. А где он нахуй? Блядь. Тут отлично, кстати, в маркеры сделано. Вообще непонятно, где, блядь, персонаж. На стене он, что ли, или что вообще? Да, вроде на стене, мне кажется. Хули он там делает, интересно. Так, стоп, я здесь был, да? Нет.
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
Sir, this investigation into the Neuhof massacre, it's getting a bit complicated.
What have you found out?
I tracked down a gang of robbers who recruited killers for Pribyslavitz. They know the whoresons who torched Neuhof.
That's excellent news. Did you find out any more?
So far, not much. If I'm going to infiltrate them, I have to do what they say. That means murdering one of their former cronies, a fellow they call Pius. Apparently he was at Neuhof too.
You have to kill a criminal to prove yourself to them? Huh. I don't much like the sound of it.
That's not the worst of it. This Pius is hiding out in the monastery pretending to be a novice. I'd have to get inside the cloisters to get at him.
Good God above, that's another matter entirely. They don't let just anyone into the cloisters, and the abbot won't give up any of the novices. Secular law has no jurisdiction inside the monastery. But this is the second time that something untoward has happened there. First the counterfeiters, now this. I'd be glad to have someone take a look inside.
What should I do with Pius once I find him?
Don't kill him. Bring him to the bailiff in Ratte. He'll interrogate the man and give him a fair trial.
It doesn't sound like an easy task, sir. Getting into the cloisters, finding Pius, and then getting him to the bailiff.
Far from it, lad. But I have confidence in your abilities.
It seems like the only way to find Pius is to join the order. Damned if I know how, though.
A bit of meditation and learning would do you good. If it's really the only way to get to him, then you'll have to do it. I'm sorry I can't be of much help. Sadly, my relations with the monastery aren't entirely congenial. You'll have to figure something out for yourself. God be with you.
Ну, не совсем я ожидал такого варианта. Он еще усложнил мне задачу, заебись. Или его еще и убивать не надо, нахуеть.
Good health, dear.
I see there's not much going on around here. So you've stayed here on your own?
Quite so. All by myself. All the others were either killed by the Cumans or fled to Rattay.
I'm sorry to hear that. And what's keeping you here, alone?
My older brother ran away with the wandering players, so when our father was on his deathbed, he made me swear I'd never leave our home.
I can see you took your vow seriously.
I did. But it's starting to get dangerous around here. Again.
The Cumans.
If it were Cumans, I'd grab an axe and that would be that. But a week back, some rabble made their way through here. They begged me for food, and mark my words, they weren't taking no for an answer. If they'd been just a tad hungrier, I swear they would have stormed the cottage.
There are gangs like that around, true enough. I saw the mess they left behind. Savages.
It was horrible. People tried to find shelter in the church, but them dogs was waiting. They knew too well that's where folk would try to hide.
And where did you hide?
By the grace of God, I got my family away into the woods.
And I don't see your family with you. I hope those bastards didn't sniff them out.
No, it takes better man than them to track me down. I sent my wife to Rattay with some others.
Do you think folk will ever go back to their homes?
I don't know about Skallets, but the folk here are sure to want to come back. The only thing they're missing is spiritual support.
Do you mean the priest?
Indeed. When the land's at war, noblemen fight to protect their property. But simple folk want someone to tend their souls.
Of course. But it was the Skallets parish priest who ministered here, wasn't it?
He did. But there's been no sign of him since the attack. Or at least he's definitely not in Rattay among the refugees.
That's true enough. I didn't see him there.
But if you're interested, young fella, maybe you could help us find the priest we need here.
I can always ask. But I've heard where the Skallets priest went.
That's great news. Although I had my eye on another priest.
You might as well tell me who he is. What I heard about the Skallets priest might just be rumours.
True. Well then, a few years ago there used to be another priest in Skallets. Simon, I think his name was.
Simon? Father Simon, I remember him. That's the one who went missing, right?
Aye. I don't want to spread rumours, but they say he was in love with his housekeeper. And then she died somehow, poor thing.
That's not a story I've come across.
It only reaches folk who care for such tales. Well, to finish the story, Simon left the parish and ran away. You know that already. There was neither sight nor sound of him for a long time. Until this spring, he showed up here.
And what's he doing here?
That's just it. People say he's become a hermit.
All right. And where can I find him?
I couldn't tell you exactly, but you could start by talking to that girl's parents. Well, they live on a farm nearby, and it's likely they know more. They may even have had words with him.
I'll go and see what they have to say for themselves.
God go with you, lad, and I pray you find him. If some heathen stabs me in my sleep, I'd rather have a decent burial.
Don't worry. I'll bring someone.
Well.
God save you, good knight. What do you need?
I'm looking for the priest, Father Simon, and I heard you might know of him.
Simon? What do you want him for?
I'm looking for the priest who used to take care of St. James, and the locals tell me they saw him around here.
I don't know if I can help you there. He'll never go back to his parish, if you ask me. Very well. What is it you want to know?
What went on between Simon and your daughter?
Nothing that hasn't happened before. Our Mary was his housemaid in Skalitz. She was pretty, very pretty. And he was young, and so things went the way they do between comely young folk. She came back home one day, heavy with child.
Yes, these things happen. What can you do?
I said as much. I was just glad our girl was provided for. Only she never had the chance to hold that babe in her arms. She didn't live through the birth.
I'm very sorry.
Such is a woman's lot in life. Men die in battle, and women in the arms of the midwife.
And what happened to Simon?
The poor man. He took it the worst. He was sure God's wrath smote Mary for her fornication.
That's rubbish. People lie together out of wedlock all the time, and God never smites them down.
That's just what I told him. But it's hardly my place to lecture a priest. And who knows? Maybe he was right. The Lord moves in mysterious ways. He was overflowing with grief. He barely spoke, didn't eat, refused to take a new housemaid. And then, one fine day, the presbytery was deserted. It took a good season before another priest came along.
Where can I find him? He's said to be wandering around here somewhere.
I heard that too, and I'm inclined to believe it, even though I haven't seen him myself.
How come?
After our poor Mary went to her rest, we used some of the money he'd paid us to put a cross up by the roadside. And lately, there's been wreaths of comfrey turning up next to it. I don't take them there, nor my husband neither.
You think Simon does?
Who knows? Maybe it's a miracle. I could believe anything. But there's not been fresh ones for a while, so perhaps he's moved on elsewhere again.
I see. Can you tell me where that cross is?
Certainly. There are settling tanks for the mines to the west of Skalitz. On the hill above them in the woods, there are several paths. Mary's cross is by one of them, close to the brook.
All right, thanks. I'll be going.
Very good then. And if you do find him, let him know that we have no hard feelings.
I'll tell him.
God be with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beszarás! És pont amikor kedvem lenne valaki...
Я еще забыл, что это скалится, детка.
I'll slaughter you!
You'll get what for.
Че, они не хотят больше
What are you
драться?
doing here? Tired of...
Bring it on!
Конец истории, блядь. Все заново.
God bless.
I'm looking.
I
What?
No, she.
Yeah.
I.
And what happened? That's
That he.
Where can
I
how,
after our poor.
Can you tell me? I'll be going.
Very. God be with you.
What have we got here? Entertainment. Great. Bring it on. Oh dear, did that hurt?
You're going to cry now.
Is that all you've got?
Jesus Christ!
You call that combat?
I'm going to enjoy this.
Come here, Lily. Awesome. Oh dear, did that hurt? Ah! Shit! Your end is nigh! Missed. Dobre de... Fuck! Well landed. You're in the wrong place. Wrong time. Here! You'll... I'll slay you for that! Shit! You. You're going to cry. Now you're done.
Пиздец какой-то, блядь. Сука, как же сложно это. Все на меня, что ли, бегут? Серьезно?
I'm going to enjoy. Come here.
А пошла-ка в пизду эта хуйня, реально, блядь. Это безумие, реально. Зачем это делать? С двумя-то, блядь, сложно. Какой там, что, блядь, не понимаю вообще. Че это за сейф? Че это за сейф, блядь? Я сохранялся там. Классная хуйня этот лук вообще.
The shot must have come from here. So where is that bastard? Where could he have managed to? He must have fired from here. I'll find you, you cur. The answer to my prayers. Just when I wanted to vent my rage on someone. You fucking dog! Ah! Damn! Ah! 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 Boy! Damn! Yeah! What's going on there? What's the matter? Come on. Well landed. You call that combat? Ah! Ah! Bugger! Ah! Call that. Got weak at the knees, have you? Is that all you've got? You're going to cry now. What's the matter? Come on. Nothing. Fuck this. Ow.
Супер сложно, по-моему, блядь. Я хуй не понимаю, как, блядь, это вообще возможно-то, блядь. Сколько надо времени потратить, чтобы въехать вообще, как с этим, блядь, драться? Ну нихуя не проходит эти удары, их не получается просто сделать и все. Никак вообще. Издевательство, блядь, просто какое-то, в пизду, нахуй. Не вижу смысла тратить время. Нужно тренироваться, блядь, с этим челом, блядь, не знаю, там, на ресталище. Я нихуя, у меня ничего не получается вообще. Мне бы с одним подраться, но, блядь, одного не получится вытащить. Что-то мне так надоело уже на это. Хватит ли мне силы доиграть, я вообще не уверен уже.
What are you doing here? Tired of life, are you? You're dead. know how
Fuck!
Kurwa!
Wait!
Cunt!
Take that.
What's going on there? Who's there? You'll get what for.
Блять, там еще двое людей.
Come here, Lily Lip. You fucked up there. Bollocks. Missed. Ha! Had enough?
Опа, блядь.
What's the matter?
Пиздец.
You call that combat? Fucking hell! Is that all you... Giving up already? You've got to be kidding! God! Had enough of life, have you? Oh dear, did that hurt? Now. Here's how.
Все. Да, это невозможно. Просто, блядь, нормально, для нормального человека точно, блядь.
This must be that cross. Mary's mother was right. Someone did lay flowers here recently. I should have a look around and see if there's comfrey growing anywhere nearby.
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
I've come for the priest. Simon.
There's no one here called that.
There is. Do you take me for a fool?
All right. Maybe there is someone here. What of it? We're not going anywhere.
I think you should talk less and move your legs more.
And why is that? You think you've got what it takes to beat us?
I might. But it doesn't matter, because I saw you yesterday, and then stopped by Talmberg to report. So, unless you'd rather wait for Sedivish's Captain Robard, you should go now.
Shit! All right, we'll go. How far are they?
Far enough, still. If you run, I'm sure you'll get away.
Right. Thanks for the warning.
Are you alright?
Yes, I think so. Oh, what happened to those wretches?
They're skulking around here somewhere.
Good God! Couldn't you scare them off somehow? I'm afraid they'll be back.
I'll see what I can do.
Just don't hurt anyone. Oh, thank you, my son. I was beginning to fear I'd never get out of here alive.
Times are hard when brigands roam the land and attack the defenseless.
But they didn't attack me. I saw them raiding birds' nests down by the path, so I took pity on them.
Which makes what they did all the more loathsome. That's no way to repay a good Christian's hospitality.
And to whom do I owe my salvation?
My name's Henry. You may remember me. I'm the son of the Scalit's blacksmith.
Your face does seem familiar. But listen, Henry, I can't help feeling you didn't stumble across me by accident.
It's true. I've come to ask a favor of you.
Me? What on earth could I do for you?
I need you to go back to St. James. The folk there need spiritual guidance. Scalit's is a burned-out shell, and many have died in St. James. They need a priest. Any priest.
I understand, but I have to disappoint you. I gave up my calling. Instead, I've given myself over to repentance.
I know your story, Father.
Then you know what I'm guilty of.
Yes, and I don't want to try to make light of it. Your conscience is your own affair, but I know that deep down you're a good man.
You don't know what you're saying. You don't know me.
But I know what you did. Many priests break God's commandments willy-nilly and aren't the least ashamed.
That doesn't absolve me of my sins. God's law is set, no matter how often it's violated.
You're certainly right, but the people need you. And forgive me for being blunt, but while you can leave the presbytery if you choose, it doesn't absolve you of your duty to Christian folk.
But I'm a sinner. I'm not fit to guide anyone. I'm unworthy to do so.
Priests, bishops, monks, abbots, they're all sinners. Even the Holy Father himself is a sinner. You've done your penance, and now your people need you.
You're probably right. It is my duty. At least for a time, until they find someone better.
I don't think they'll find anyone better in a hurry.
All right. I'll take what I can carry and go back to St. James.
Thank you. Your parishioners will be very grateful.
Good day to you.
I need help with treatment.
And what's wrong with you?
Oh, nothing. But Philip from Skalitz is dying. He's lying in Sasau and won't last long.
Slowly now. What happened to him?
Nobody knows much. He's not wounded, but I heard he was hiding from the Cumans for days in a pile of carcasses.
The Lord have mercy. The living should never lie with the dead. His intestines must be purged, but even then he's in God's hands.
How do I clean his intestines?
It might surprise you, but you'll have to give him alcoholic spirits. The purest you can get your hands on. The best is distilled from Artemisia. It'll make him a bit delirious, but it'll help. I'll show you how to prepare it. Take care.
Good health to you.
I found you a priest.
Really? That's wonderful news. Who is it?
The former parish priest of St. James. I persuaded him to return to live among you, at least for a while.
So you found him?
Yes. He was roaming the woods around here.
Thank God. You'll see. Once there's a priest, people will soon be back.
I hope so.
I've put together a small sum for a new piece. So I thought a portion should definitely go to you, as a reward.
Thanks. That'll come in handy.
You're welcome. The main thing is, we'll have a man of God here with us.
So, farewell to you. And I hope he gets here soon. Just don't you let him run off again.
I'll keep an eye on him myself. Godspeed to you, Henry, and thank you for your help. Good luck, then.
Would you teach me more about alchemy?
Certainly.
I'm interested in more advanced techniques.
All right, but it'll cost you. Now, pay close attention. Good luck to you.
Can't. I just can't.
What will happen to my family?
Вообще на шару делают.
What will happen to my family? I can't stay here.
Понятно.
Quiet.
Thank you.
Take care now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
You wouldn't be Carl by any chance?
No. Take care.
Greetings, good night. How may I serve you?
You wouldn't be Carl by any chance?
No. See you later.
God save you, good night. What can I do for you?
You wouldn't be Carl by any chance?
No.
Take care.
There. Satisfied? Here we are.
I'm glad to see you.
You wouldn't be Carl by any chance?
No.
There.
Good
Satisfied?
luck then.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
You wouldn't be Carl by any chance?
No. Goodbye. What? Are you volunteering to get your head smashed in?
Calm down. I don't want any trouble.
Then get lost.
My God, what happened to you? You look like you've been assaulted.
Are you Carl by any chance?
I am. Why do you ask?
I've heard that you're bound for the monastery.
Yes, it's true. But I've convinced my faithful guardian, Manfred, to give me a few more days of freedom. Mind you, he won't let me visit the brothel, so instead I'm devoting those days to the demon drink. With whom do I have the honor of speaking?
My name is Henry.
Pleased to meet you, Henry.
Let's have a drink.
A man after my own heart. The drink's on me. And will my guardian angel here join us in imbibing? No, he will not. Perish the thought. My dear, dear lad, what a cross I have to bear. You know, after the tavern, we should pay a visit to some whores. But Manfred won't let me. Get rid of him. Goodbye. Tonight, I shall get drunk.
Again? This is getting dull. Greetings, good night. How may I serve you?
You're Manfred, the young lord's guardian?
Indeed I am. Why?
You must have a mighty thirst. Waiting here with him for days, just watching him get drunk, and not having a sip yourself.
There's no doubt I'd enjoy a drink. Heaven knows I deserve it. But if I dull my senses in the slightest, that rogue will surely get up to mischief.
So let's drink together. And if you start to feel unwell, I'll keep an eye on him. Like you said, you deserve some fun.
I can see you're a reliable lad. So what shall we have to drink? And while we're at it, why not have a little game? Goodbye. You're a brave soul taking me on. I'm not used to losing.
I'll have a beer.
Ale, as usual.
One beer. I'd like a beer.
I'll here, just as you ordered. Coming right up.
One ale, please.
All right, all right.
Cursed luck.
Jesus, what do I have to do to get a drink here?
How much longer must I wait?
Got it for you right here.
What's the hold up? Hey, ale, here!
We'll
What's
see.
the hold up there?
Hey, where's my ale?
Now you.
On this. Hey, I'm dying of thirst here. How much longer must I wait?
Jesus, what do I have to do to get a drink here?
Coming.
I shouldn't have pushed it.
How much longer must I wait? How much longer must I wait?
Over here. I'd like to order. Christ, I'll have to get my own ale.
Take a day or two. Why don't you?
Ale for me.
Pour me one.
There. Satisfied? Here, just as you ordered. Just as you ordered.
Pour me one!
Oh no!
All right. There. Satisfied?
Oh, sod this. Hey, I'm dying of thirst here.
Not afraid of anything, eh? It's no big deal. You didn't have much anyway. Should I? Shouldn't I? No, I daren't.
Here we are.
Bottoms up!
I'd like a beer.
That's it. We'll see.
A tankard of ale.
I'll bring it right away.
I don't believe it.
A tankard here.
Мог выиграть.
This'll be the one. Oh no!
Christ, I'll have to get my own ale.
Got it for you right here.
Stop this. Hey, I'm dying of thirst here. Stop this. Hey, I'm dying of thirst here.
That's all. Ah, come on. It's time I had a throw. Fucked again. I've had enough.
And you said you wouldn't drink today.
Silence! I'm going to sleep. Here's a few coins. Have fun. Tomorrow, we're going to the monastery. Is that clear?
Couldn't you give me more? This isn't even enough for a toothless whore.
It's enough for beer. Good night.
Manfred's taken care of, just as you wanted.
Thank God. He won't let me out of his sight for a second, and he's itching to get me in the monastery so he can head back home.
Why are you being sent to the monastery?
Like every lusty young lad, I'm fond of fair maidens, but I got too fond of one, and let's just say she was, indisposed for 9 months.
But they don't send you to the monastery for that.
They do, when it's the daughter of the Lord of your people.
Shit.
Shit is putting it mildly. The Lord of Bukovo was less than pleased. He knows he'll never marry off his daughter now, so he gave father a choice. Either pay him 1,000 groschen in compensation, along with my balls on a silver platter, or pay 1,000 groschen and put me away somewhere no one will ever see me again.
Got it for you right here.
What if I entered the monastery instead of you?
What? Voluntarily? You don't look like someone who'd want to spend the rest of his days on his knees praying. Well, that's your problem. You can only enter the monastery if you know how to read and write, and if you have a special writ from the abbot. That's a letter confirming they know who you are and that they've accepted you.
So you give me your writ? I'll just tell them I'm you.
Manfred has the writ. You'd have to take it from him, but he only puts it down when he sleeps.
So I'll steal it and then you can disappear.
Disappear? Bare-arsed. What the hell would I do? I don't know how to work, I have no money, and that old bastard's even taken my cloak. He has me in the palm of his hand.
But there are poor people everywhere and they get by somehow.
If I have to choose between hunger and poverty on one hand and the monastic life on the other, I'm afraid the monastery wins. If I could only steal that old man's pouch, I'd be gone faster than lightning and no one would ever see me again.
A tankard of ale for me.
That's all then.
Take care. Pull me an ale.
What? What the fuck are you doing? Keep your sticky fingers to yourself. Shit!
Come here, quick! Alarm! Somebody help!
Бля, я не помню, как это делается.
Ale for me.
Блять. В рот ебал, блять. Не помню просто, как это делается, ёптать.
Put me in there. What? I see a thief! Go!
Раза с 500, не меньше, блядь.
One beer.
Что дальше надо нажать, сука? Я же так и делал. Как? Да я не понимаю, нахуй. Что надо нажать, блядь? Я устал, блядь, я не понимаю, блядь, что надо нажать, чтобы достать, нахуй. Какой пиздец, реально, а, блядь, там даже помощи они не могли нормально, пошагово объяснить, написать, как мне, блядь, это сделать, блядь, настолько плохо, очень плохо, блядь. Как, блядь, это... Блядь, я уже охуел, если что, я не понимаю, блядь. Я не успеваю понять, понимаете, не успеваю, слишком мало времени дается, блядь. А без помощи нихуя не написано нормально, блядь. Устал уже, блядь, мне не нравится. Игра на самом деле местами просто говнище, блядь. Схуя вот сейчас, блядь. Ну, говно игра, конечно, пиздец. Вот кроме графики, блядь, ну ладно, все, не хочу, блядь. Просто я горю. Ну, блядь, я не понимаю, мне это заебало уже. Почему каждый день я, блядь, горю постоянно в этой игре, блядь? Почему она меня бесит так, нахуй? И главное, не дело не в сложности чего-либо, блядь, а именно в том, что это просто хуево сделано. Так, ладно, хорошо. Сейчас просто не буду ничего пытаться достать, я просто почитаю, что там написано, какие кнопки, блядь. Я не успеваю прочитать даже. Я делал эту хуйню, я просто не могу вспомнить, блядь. Какую-то еще кнопку надо нажать, но в помощи об этом не написано. Нет, непонятно. Может, надо обе вещи обязательно успеть. Да вряд ли. Господи, как же я заебался, сука.
I'd like a beer. Pour me one.
I'll be right back with that. Here, enjoy it.
Все, вспомнил, блядь. Блядь, а. Ладно, главное, что я понял, как это делать.
One ale, please.
One beer for me.
Назло, блядь.
A tankard of ale for me.
Короче, там чисто по теории вероятности еще раз 250 равно надо сделать. Даже несмотря на то, что я понял. Ну это нормально. Так когда надо в играх делать, что ты какую-то хуйню перезагружал по 20 раз, чтобы так получилось. Это самое интересное же. Это как бы супер вообще, спасибо, блять. Вот, блядь, такой геймплей я люблю.
Hey, who's there?
Интересно, надо переодеться или не надо? Наверное, стоит, иначе, блядь, он меня точно расколет сразу же.
Я.
Я сниму все, что можно. Если надо.
Я. Я.
Проверим.
I'm Carl. I'm supposed to enter as a novice.
We expected you sooner. Weren't you supposed to come here with your guardian? It's been so hectic lately, people will keep turning up out of the blue.
He gave me the papers and left me at the gate. You must be used to that, though. I'm not the first novice here, am I?
But that wasn't very considerate of him, was it? It's been so hectic here lately, novices arriving one after the other. The last one didn't even have a letter, and you'd think his backside was on fire, the way he kept looking over his shoulder.
You took him without the letter? You didn't find that suspicious?
My guess is he wanted to hide from someone, but he's a priest and knows how things work in the monastery, so there was nothing to prevent him from being accepted, at least temporarily. You're a different case, though. Are you able to read?
Naturally. I wouldn't be here otherwise.
So then, are you ready to enter the Order of Saint Benedict and renounce forever the temptations of this world?
I am.
Then you must rid yourself of all your worldly possessions. Sell them or give them to the poor and needy or donate them to the monastery. You may not enter this place burdened by worldly goods. Inside the gatehouse is a trunk in which you will find monk's robes. Put away all your possessions and dress yourself in the habit. Then you may rest a while I go and see the prior to arrange matters for your acceptance. Farewell.
Чё-то я не понял насчет вещей сейчас, блядь, шутки. Может, лучше тогда... Еще их кто-то спрячут, ну нахер. Или лошадь. Ну, на место. Попробую через лошадь.
Strange feeling being without all of that. I didn't realise how much I'd grown used to it.
Ну ладно, хорошо, будем считать то, что, блядь, они никуда не денутся.
It's time for you to take your vows.
Do I really have to wear this?
You'd better get used to it.
Блядь, а если денутся, блядь, что за нас, сука, я знаю эту игру, блядь, она уебищная в этом плане. Как же бесит. Там, блядь, вещи, блядь, там такая, там, блин, там жесть, блин, там 1000 на 5 грошей минимум. Больше даже. Тысяч на 10.
Brothers in Christ, we have gathered here today to welcome a new novice into our midst. Dear brother, forget your former life and embrace your new vocation in the community of the monks of St. Benedict. Opus Dei, obedientia, obprobria, the service of God, obedience, and endurance of all discomfort. These are the cornerstones and succor of our order, which on this day shall become your own. Suscipe me, Domine, secundum eloquium tuum, et vivam. Et non confundas me ab expectatione mea.
Suscipe me, Domine, secundum in loquium tuum vivam, et non confundas me ab expectatione mea.
Accept your new name, Brother Gregor, and wear it with honor. Welcome, brother.
Welcome, brother. I am Antonius, a novice like you. I've been instructed to guide you around the monastery and tell you what you can expect and what your duties will be.
Thanks for helping me out during the ceremony. I had no idea what I was supposed to do.
You don't know Latin, do you? Don't worry. Work in the scriptorium will teach you fast enough. Why exactly are you here? Was it your choice? Or did someone force you to come?
I'm being punished. If it were up to me, I'd still be spending my days in taverns and my nights with whores.
I don't envy you. Unfortunately, you're here for the rest of your life.
Let's go then.
Good. But before we do, here's a letter directly from the prior telling you all your regular duties from tomorrow onwards. Make sure to read it this evening, so you know how things work. Right, we can go now. Follow me closely. I'll explain everything as we go.
Блядь, буду в ахуе, если у меня и шмотки пропадут. Я вообще просто вообще сгорю, блядь. Ну, плюс ладно, переделывать все это я не готов к такому. Даже отмычки нет.
Gregor, talk to me.
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery. What can you tell me about the novices here?
What can I say? You're here to demonstrate your devotion to God and to live a monastic life. After a year, you can make your vows and become a fully fledged brother.
I meant something specific about the brothers that are here.
But you know them yourself. Yodok is an odd one, but he's diligent and eager. Perhaps too eager. Siskin is good company, but a bit too worldly for a monk. Antonius is hard-working and will help with anything, but prays less than he ought. Lucas is as quiet as a mouse, and no one knows much about him. And then we have you, about who I know nothing.
What are the roles of the various monks here?
Well, the abbot is the head, but he's not here now. Then there's the prior and the sub-prior, the librarian, the porter, and many others. As a novice, you should be particularly mindful of the circators. They're the ones who maintain discipline and punish bad behavior.
Can you tell me something about the rule of St. Benedict?
7 centuries ago, Saint Benedict of Nursia wrote a collection of monastic rules, which we still follow today. They are read at every meal. The fundamental precepts are obedience, work, and prayer. We're fully devoted to serving God. The outside world, beyond the monastery walls, is foreign to us.
Do you never want to know what's going on out there?
And what should be going on? The sky is just as blue, and the grass is just as green. Perhaps the rulers change, but the greatest ruler of them all will remain unchanged throughout the ages.
Who's in charge of things around here?
Abbot Peter is the administrator of the monastery, but you won't see him. He's always traveling, and on top of that, he's old and infirm. Perhaps the good Lord will bless him with many more years of life.
And what happens when the old abbot dies?
Then we elect a new one.
Are there any candidates to be the new abbot?
Yes, there are. Brothers John and Nevlas. Cursed elections. Since the brothers began talking about them, there's only been strife in the monastery. On one side are brothers who'd like to see John as abbot. On the other, those who support Nevlas. And they seem to be capable of fighting about it forever.
Tell me about John.
John is a Circator, and the oldest brother here. It would be only natural if he took the crosier from Peter. He has experience, merit, and composure. He'd lead the monastery wisely.
I'd like to know about Nevlas.
Nevlas manages the monastery's property. He doesn't have the most experience, but his drive and heart are pure, his faith firm, and his ideas rational. Although perhaps he's too keen to change our routines here, which many brothers don't like.
Why does it matter so much who wins?
Because the future direction of the monastery hangs in the balance. The younger brothers feel they have to work more than their superior brothers. The older brothers take a different view.
Are there ever any disagreements between the brothers?
Unfortunately, yes. The biggest quarrels right now are about...
I understand. Who would you like to be the new abbot?
Brother Nevlas. There are many things wrong here, and John would leave them as they are.
Listen, brother. Is there anyone in the monastery who can help me get hold of something, well, something that's not so readily available?
Oh, yes? And what sort of thing are you talking about exactly? Forget about it, brother, and focus on prayer and work.
Salve Domine. Ah, Gregor, talk to me.
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery. I'm Gregor and I'm new here.
I know. I saw you in the church during ceremony. I have the feeling we'll be meeting again soon, and often. You see, I'm the Circator.
What does that mean?
I make sure everyone observes the rule, does their work, and that everything's the way it should be.
When it's not the way it should be?
Then we're authorized to mete out punishment. But certainly you won't require correction, will you, brother? wish all good health upon him. But I want change, and only a new abbot can bring that.
Waiting pays off.
There's no hope.
I'm Gregor, a novice. I saw you at the ceremony.
I know. It was hard not to notice you.
And you are?
Lucas, also a novice. Don't get upset, but I don't want to talk to you. I'm happiest alone.
I'd like to know something about the other novices.
I don't know much, but ask away.
Tell me about Antonius.
I'd like to, but there's nothing to tell. I've never spoken to him. I've never asked about him.
You really don't know anything about anyone? Well, thanks anyway.
Don't get upset. I'm sorry I can't tell you more. I just haven't felt like getting to know anyone yet.
Will you tell me something about yourself?
There's nothing I can tell you.
I mean, where you're from, what sort of life you had before, that sort of thing.
I'm a novice, and my monastic name is Lucas. Nothing else matters.
Come on. Is there really nothing at all you can tell me?
I could, but I don't want to. I'm sorry. I want to stay focused on work and prayer, not on who I once was. I never will be again. What has been isn't important for us. We cast the past aside when we walked through the monastery gates and took our oath. Never forget that.
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery. Well, that's all. Thank you for your time, brother. Greetings, brother. I'm Gregor, and I'm new here.
Greetings to you, brother. I'm Yodok, the oldest of the novices. I hope you'll like it here in the monastery and that you won't get into trouble.
Trouble?
You're young, perhaps intemperate. You might easily stray from the rules of the order. I suggest you get to know the older monks. You never know when it might come in handy.
I'm interested in the other novices. I'm interested in Lucas.
Nobody knows much about Lucas. He keeps himself to himself. If you ask me, he's got something to hide. I'd keep well clear of him if I was you.
Do you have any grounds for suspecting him of something?
Quite a lot. And also none at all. The circators who make the rounds despise him, and they'd never punish anyone without cause.
Do you know anything about Antonius?
Only that he came to the monastery voluntarily, because he didn't want to work in his father's shop. Antonius is all right. You can rely on him. He won't betray your confidence. He's always happy to help, which is more than can be said for the other brothers.
Can you tell me something about yourself?
I would if there was anything noteworthy to say. But I'm just the ordinary son of a landowner, now a monk. There's nothing in my past, present, or future that anyone could find interesting.
Why did you join the monastery?
Because it was better than living in poverty. As the youngest son, I'm not entitled to inherit my father's estate, but he was kind enough to sell off some cattle and send me here. And you know what? I'm glad to be here. It's better than mucking out manure.
Someone's been creeping round the corridor at night. What am I saying, creeping? He was stomping about like a bear.
That must have been Brother Cicada. He can't sleep and prays long into the night.
I think I'm going to cry. It's that touching, is it? Touching? More like infuriating. A horrible, abominable waste of parchment. Young people have no respect for writing these days. But they'll learn. We were no different. Salve. Diwa.
Peace be with you, brother.
My name's Gregor, a novice.
You can call me Siskin. Now, are you here of your own free will, or is this a punishment? Although, it's not important. Welcome to Purgatory.
Did you say purgatory?
You'll see soon enough. Soon enough.
Will you tell me something about yourself?
Look, nothing against you, but I prefer not to talk about my past.
Are you hiding something? Why are you so reluctant to tell me anything about yourself?
I'm hiding a lousy past that I'd rather forget. I hate to think of all I lost when they stuck me in here. And also because I really hate the question, aren't you the son of the famed Sir Smil Flashka of Pardubitz? I was rich and I had everything. But then my father began to feel his time approaching, so he decided to send a son to the monastery. And, being the youngest, the lot fell on me. I've no head for managing the estate, and they said I'd squander it. Can you imagine? Me, in a monastery. So I took what coin I could from home with me, so I didn't lose out completely.
They must have realized you robbed them.
I donated some of the silver to the monastery when I came in, just to piss them off. I can just see my brothers, my siblings, arguing with the abbot to give it back.
And you stashed away the remainder?
Indeed so.
What's your plan with this treasure?
To get out of here as soon as I can. I'll wait another year or two until my hot-headed brothers cool off a bit, and then I'll take the silver and run off somewhere, far, far away from here.
That's all I wanted to know.
Please, keep it to yourself, especially the part about the coin.
I'd be interested to hear what you think about the other novices. What can you tell me about Lucas?
It's a tricky situation with Lucas. No one really knows anything about him. I've tried so many times to talk to him, but he always backs away like a virgin on a wedding night.
I'm interested in Yodok.
What could interest you about him? He's a no-good rat. He'll turn you in for the price of a turnip. I'd bet my life that if he wasn't here, he'd be a cumin scout, bowing and scraping for a few groschen.
That doesn't sound too flattering.
It wasn't meant to. No matter what you do here, watch out for him. He's got his eye on everyone, and he'll rat on you for even the slightest of infractions.
That's all. Thanks.
Peace be with you, brother.
How is it that you don't get any penance for missing morning prayers?
I've paid off the circators to turn a blind eye. And the other monks don't notice as long as you show your face there from time to time. No one's too awake at that time of the morning.
It occurred to me you might be the man to ask. I'm looking for some lockpicks. Do you know anyone in the monastery who could help me?
Lockpicks, eh? I won't ask what for. My advice is to try Brother Solarius.
There's something I should tell you. Something you won't be happy to hear. I'm here to find someone and, well, to do away with him. But listen, it's not murder. Not when it's a man like him. He's one of the brigands who burned down Neuhof. He doesn't deserve to live.
What's he doing here? And who are you?
They call him Pious because he used to be a priest. When he found out a lot of people were after him, he hid away here. And as you can see, escaped suspicion. They sent me here to find him and bring him to justice. He's one of the novices.
So we have one outlaw and one assassin in our midst. This place is a lot more exciting than I expected. Do you know who it is?
Well, that's just it. No, but I hope I'll track him down soon. If you find any clue that could lead me to him...
I swear I don't know anything. Except that I'm not the one you're looking for.
I suspect it could be Yodok.
Do you know that occurred to me too? Yodok's a scoundrel and a cheat. I believe he'd be capable of anything.
I won't tell you more, and I'd like you to keep silent about this too.
You're talking about killing in the monastery. I really should report it.
Would you do that? I have a feeling you wouldn't.
You're right. I'll keep it to myself. I've got problems enough of my own without involving myself in yours. And besides, I mean to be gone from here within a year, so why should I care what happens with the monastery?
Thank you, Siskin. I appreciate it. Will you tell me something about you?
Look, nothing against...
Very well. I won't ask.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Like a wine barrel in there, and it's not the first.
It's a mystery. One that'll be soon solved. So wonder the prior is a check everyone has left. Then he'll soon get his man.
It's a mystery, but one that'll be soon solved. It's a wonder the prior doesn't check everyone's breath
Thank you.